hosted by Vibe Unit. Vibe Unit is a collection of musicians and artists from the area. We meet here every Sunday and do this Sunday stream. If you know any musicians who would like to be a part of Vibe Unit Sunday stream, you can email us at media@vibeunit.com. Also, if you know any musicians who are just into watching live streams of musicians creating stuff and just hanging out and talking about music-related topics, you could share this with them. Our YouTube, we stream on YouTube and Twitch. We have a little bit of an Instagram going. We have a little bit of an Instagram going, and we have Facebook. That's a great way to support us by subscribing and sharing that around. If you have means of cash or anything like that, we do have a Cash App and a Patreon if you want to support us financially. If you'd like to be on an episode of Vibe Unit Sunday Stream, you can email us at media@vibeunit.com. We have a great session for you today, doing something a little different with the intro, but we have Katie and Zach with us. We're going to probably talk a little bit about how our weeks are going and maybe work on some song that Katie made. So thanks for tuning in, and we're going to get right to it. How's everyone doing today?
Good. I'm caffeinated, so.
Caffeinated, not medicated, right? Both. We're both. No.
How are you, Michael? How's your day going?
Oh, my day is going great. I did that without a script.
Crushed it.
Trying to get better at that. It felt more natural with the script.
I did switch to something that I thought would be a little bit more clean. It's a 2-rock amp. But it's got some like reverb going on and stuff, but it's way more clean than the other one was. If I need something a little more dirty, then I can switch over to that. Take me like 2 seconds.
Zach, you said you were doing some more school recently.
Yeah,
how's that going?
I switched down to like 2 classes at a time because I just realized like, family and like being a husband, a dad, and college. It's hard.
Oh yeah.
And then trying to also like make time for like actually playing and being able to play what I want to play. That's impossible if you're doing 3 classes at a time at Berkeley.
And what do you like to play?
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. I'm so in between everything, man.
You've been talking about blues a lot lately.
Oh yeah, I heard you're taking a blues class.
I am, yeah, doing blues and then music video editing using Final Cut Pro, which I don't like Final Cut Pro, but whatever. It's a program that will teach me how to learn and be able to do it in other programs, like John said.
Yeah, you were mentioning to me that you're doing a class where they're teaching you, what was it, like music videos or just like music related to like video work? I didn't even know they offered that. That's
yeah, well, dude, Berkeley's got everything. Like if you're gonna be a film score editor, or like if you're gonna do like any kind of film, any kind of video games, anything to do with gaming and music, like dude, they've got coding classes.
We're not sponsored by Berkeley, by the way.
No,
it's just relevant to the conversation.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, they offer everything. So like whatever your musical path and journey pertains to, like you can take classes in that and like build your own degree if you're in the degree that which I'm a performance degree. So it's a little bit more on the hefty side of guitar.
Right.
And like actually practicing a lot and playing and like learning different styles and stuff like, because like even my like the blues guitar is actually a concentrated course. Like I thought it was an elective and it's not.
Oh,
it's like like you have to do this class. Like it's not an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to do advanced blues and then acoustic blues, which is the more like Delta blues, which we talked about on the phone. I was telling you about that.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna go the jazz way with things and just approach jazz, because Berkeley's all about jazz too,
Nice.
But yeah, as far as stuff that I like to play, man, like I'm so in between because I love heavy metal, but I love acoustic and I love blues and I love the ambient blues, reverby, like springy reverb kind of stuff. I don't know. It just ranges,
And Katie, I know, like we talk a little bit about what you've been up to. You've been doing some different jobs and stuff. But like let's talk about the music stuff because I'm curious as like what you've been working on, like lately. Because I know you and I just released. Like we finished that track.
Yeah. So we've been working on an EP for like 6 years now. But we started in Mike's basement and, did this whole thing ourselves. And Mike produced the whole thing and has been
Well, along
learning
with
as
John,
he goes. And John, yes, excuse me. John produced a fire track on that album.
and also was a big help in finishing up this one.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure. But yeah, just you totally were like sharpening your skills through those
God.
6 years. So we scrapped so many
When
versions
I
and
met
started over
Katie,
and over. And
I knew nothing really other than how to turn on a computer and like
Yeah.
hook up an interface.
yeah,
And that was about
but
6 years ago. I think John, like working with John, helped a lot in rounding out a lot of the knowledge I have.
right.
So
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of exciting because we've got like one track left that we laid down some drums to the other day, and it sounded really good.
yeah,
and
Katie and I figured out that if you can get the rhythm established, it makes it way easier to like make it sound really cool. Like
Yeah.
when we got done jamming, or not jamming, I guess it wasn't really jamming. It was more like we were when we got done playing the song with the drums we programmed.
yeah,
it
that
sound-
fired me up.
I hadn't seen that sort of enjoyment in music from you in a long time, and that was really cool to just witness that.
Yeah, well,
Eyes closed and just killing it.
I mean, like 2022 is kind of a rough year for me, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
get back out there and get into it again. I kind of stopped investing myself in it for a while, so yeah, it feels really good. So I'm trying to be more involved with the community and what's going on here, and get back to getting my projects done and start writing some new shit. Hopefully,
I would love to keep writing
Yeah.
or like seeing where your art goes, because I really do connect with your music. I know with you and I, we started working on stuff before I knew and like a lot of other musicians around here. You know, you're an old friend of mine,
yeah,
and
yeah, back at you, man.
and so like it's been really cool seeing you grow, and then also appreciate the patience and allowing me to grow too, to like
Hell yeah,
get where we're
dude.
at today. So.
Yeah.
It's funny too, 'cause like we were talking before we started, like listening. You know, like you said, there's been a bunch of versions. You know, you were alluding to
So
that.
many.
It's cool in a way to kind of hear some of that and go like, oh wow, yeah, I guess it was like that at one point.
Yeah,
You mentioned John mentioned you guys had maybe talked or you posted something. I didn't see it myself, but something about an old version of a song, and it was funny because we realized that some of the parts we laid down in that years ago were still maintained throughout all the versions that we decided.
Yeah. There's like this one scratch demo of Sundered that we did in your basement. It's imperfect, obviously, but it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like John plays this one like lead part in there that's really gorgeous, and then that was the day you came up with this like piano riff
okay.
during that like bridge interlude part, whatever you call it, and that like stuck forever. I was
Yeah.
like, that's non-negotiable. We're
I-
putting that in the song, so it's
remember,
cool to like have that version.
I remember like anytime I'd stray from that, you're like, no, where's that part I love? And I
Mhm.
was like, oh yeah, you're right. I gotta keep that in there because it's really good.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I like about our process too. Is, because you'll come up with like something different every time if you want to, because
Mhm.
you like to,
I'm experimental.
But I'll be like, no, I want that one
It's a-
thing that you did that one time.
well, it's great
like-
because
It's like I hope we have that somewhere, 'cause I don't remember what I did.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's actually funny you mentioned that. That has a lot to do with what we're doing with this live stream. When we were at John's house, we'd come up with cool ideas, and we wanted to go back and watch them later. And we also realized that part of the live stream, one of the things that was cool about it is everyone who was participating could go back and immediately see what they did.
Right.
Because then if they wanted to, they could, expand it on their own time or whatever, and they wouldn't lose the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing didn't start out as, hey, we want to like come on here and show off our talents. That's never been like the purpose of this, really. The purpose of it was really more about just like creativity and driving it forward and not forgetting ideas.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
well-
sure.
At least probably 50 or 60 ideas that we've played around with at various times, and some of them have turned into stuff. Like we were down here yesterday with Nick,
yeah.
working on just doing more practice for
Yeah, Nick
for playing
asked if
his
he could
stuff,
practice.
and yeah, it's like some of that stuff. I remember like the first time he ever showed us that
Oh,
song
yeah.
on a stream.
Yeah, he's written like maybe 2 or 3 songs on our stream. Working out the ideas. Well, he'll bring the idea and then we'll work it out, and that seems to be a really fun way to do it. I love those streams. Those are fun.
Yeah, no, I've watched Nick's streams before for sure. He's really good. He's very talented.
He His,
enjoy his stuff.
I think he's possibly. I don't think he's done it in a long time, but the goal is to hopefully play at the open mic, and I'm gonna help him out with that. And Wes, I think, is as well. Wes has
I
been
may
on
as
here.
well. I was kind of playing bass with you guys. And
Yeah. Oh
we'll
man,
see.
I'm sure he'd be down
Tight.
for any of that.
I gotta at least make it out to watch that next month, hopefully.
I know. I'll just say it means a lot to everybody there. Like not even just us, but just like anybody who's going to an open mic in general to perform. You know, like
We're trying to
people
yeah.
attending is important too. You know, just supporting people. And,
Yeah.
You know, original stuff is just neat.
Yeah,
So-
'cause it's more than
Definitely.
just a place to like perform. It's also they're kind of trying to figure out like, are people even interested in live music right now, or like creative music and stuff like that, you know, and just
Yeah.
in this area, and that's a good indicator. And also,
Yeah,
when
low risk, right?
and
I mean,
it's
there's
low
no
risk,
cover
yeah.
or anything.
No,
so
there's
it's
no,
like,
yeah,
just come out and see some people play some music. So, and that's first Sunday of the month. So
right.
we've been trying to at least go over there, like Mike and I, or sometimes other people from here, and just try to support. So
Yeah, for sure.
So
I
yeah,
know that's the goal with that. I enjoyed, I think, a lot of working on songs that Nick's got is because like I enjoy figuring out how the song works and like the structure of it and figuring out how to serve it a little bit. You know,
Mhm.
like well, how can we play that well
right.
and kind of find room for all the pieces. So
Yeah.
we might be able to do a little bit of that today.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to
See.
get into on that one song. Which one are we gonna do? Maybe we don't have to do it right away, but
I think you guys were leaning toward that conversation song.
that one was good.
Were you saying that like needs an intro or
It
something?
needs an intro verse, so that's a little bit weird, but I could just play it through. I don't know
Sure.
why. I don't want to like force the lyrics. Nothing good I've ever written has been forced. It hasn't come naturally to me
actually,
yet. So
That brings me to a question I've had for a while. What is your process of writing lyrics? 'Cause I've always wondered that. You write really great lyrics.
I don't know. It just kind of falls out, which sounds really like really pretentious kind of, but I don't know. I don't like if I ever like try to force it, it's just not good. So, I don't know.
I
Does-
only
I
like
don't really
3 or
have
4
one.
songs I think I've ever written, and they were, I mean, you know about all of them, and they were all accidents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Like they
that's
just
the
made
best.
sense at the time, and I don't know.
You
There's
meant-
like no like logic behind it necessarily. It just kind of
I mean, I might be able to tell you
Happens.
like what the circumstances were,
right. Yeah.
but like that's about it.
yeah. You mentioned you've been writing on your typewriter too, which I think is really cool.
That is neat.
Yeah, it's been a
It's-
while since I've done that too.
That's
So,
yeah. That's really cool.
yeah. Coming back to life a little bit.
I think I need a notepad or something if we're gonna be working a new song. I'm gonna try to get one up here. Oh, I wonder if there's a pick laying around somewhere.
I can go get you one if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm kind of in here.
I'm less tethered than you are.
Yeah.
Oh, dang!
Oh, that's good.
I made it there.
Yeah, we're good. You made it. That's awesome. Okay. All right.
I mean, how do you want to go about it? Should we just play it through? Like I
Let's-
said, I don't have a verse, so it's kind of awkward just play it. But I mean, I could just play through it.
Yeah, try just playing. I mean, actually, just start playing like you were earlier, and then we'll just try to figure out where we fit. That's good. Might get a little repetitive for a bit, but that's what we need.
Do you want me to just stay on that, and you guys can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's best. could walk it down.
Yeah. Do you know what I did? Have you been watching me on this computer?
I can't see the symbols exactly in the spot that blocks it.
You're gonna be laughing hysterically when I explain this to you. You know what I forgot to do? Can you guess? I've been changing things, making sure things
You
are
need to
working.
put in the IP for the mixer. Amazing.
I'm making subtle adjustments, like thinking I'm making actual
oh yeah,
changes.
that sounds great.
That sounds way better.
Amazing.
That's right. Then that's the other part.
Victor
Says guitars sound wonderful.
Ooh.
Thanks,
Hi,
Victor.
Victor.
We miss you, Vic.
Oh my goodness.
I hope that Colorado is treating you well. That's where he is, right? Okay.
No, that is
Nailed it.
absolutely where he's at.
100%.
That would have
Nice
been
one.
embarrassing.
He may reply.
I hope so.
So let's go over that chorus now, or whatever
All right.
that part is.
I actually have words for that one.
Ooh.
Nice.
Just feels like everywhere I go, the sun turns to snow. I've given all my hope. I can't see the light of day. So I say, I think I'll write you my last rhyme. Get on a one-way flight. I've watched you my whole life. I don't see any other way.
Okay, so I think I got the first two chords. Is it that, or is it like a
Just
third? or
feels
something?
like everywhere I go, the sun turns to snow. I've given all my hope.
So it does work. Just play your second chord for a second, Katie. Could you just hold it out? You like that? Is that? I know that's not the root of. That's what she's playing lowest,
That's the like
like the third.
yeah, but yeah, da da da. It's technically the root, but that's fine.
Oh, I actually want to play the root there. I think I like the way that sounds better.
That's fine.
Okay.
That bass sounds right.
I was on the wrong pickup.
What do you mean?
I was on the wrong pickup. That sounds way better. Is that Hey John, I feel like your snare mic is not working, bro.
Why do you say that?
I just don't hear. Oh, okay.
It's
I was
very working.
okay. Like I just didn't know. It's just in the mix. Good. That's cool. No, I guess it should be kind of transparent, right?
I like the way that sounded.
Part of it is because there's so much drums in room, you know? Like, you don't need as much of the direct mics to get it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's kind of cool, though.
Because, like, here, just as a demo, if anyone is interested, if I mute all the mics we're talking in, the
Yeah.
whole drum sound changes.
Really?
Very different. See how much more room there is in that?
Yeah, I'll just throw my own. I'll borrow my own capo.
You need a capo?
No, I need to practice that.
Want to do that chorus again? That was so good.
I agree.
Check. Hello.
I'm learning a lot. So I'm learning what your notes are, and then I'm also learning what John's doing with the kick drum. Dynamically learning this stuff.
Just It's the girl I wish I could forget. How my heart won't match what's in my head. It's the shame of who I really am. How I can't convey that in my skin. Just feels like everywhere I go, the sun turns to snow. I've given all my hope, I can't see the light of day. I think I'll write you my last rhyme. Get on a one-way flight. I've watched you my whole life. I don't see any other way. Alright, switches up here. Listen, with me everywhere I go. I see you in the snow. Just thought I'd let you know before you're calling it a day. One more thing.
Try it, Katie. When you get into that epic part, pull back
Okay.
and then scream louder.
Okay.
Yeah. Get that energy in there. It's kind of like when we were recording Sundered. Remember how we had you like pull far back? And
That's
then,
hard to learn, man,
It-
but
it
it's the most
is.
effective like technique
Dude.
for any vocalist, man. Like
Then you won't feel like you're overpowering it, and you'll be able to feel like you have headroom, and you'll.
I was really impressed, actually. I'm just gonna say I mixed a show with a bunch of performers in it a
Yeah.
couple weeks back, and it was like a lot of the people who performed were actually really good, but the stuff that really sticks out at you is the things like that. We're like,
Yeah.
wow, that's good mic control.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
like well done. You know, someone took time to work on it.
I want to hear you do that exact same thing.
It's awesome.
Victor says, so far so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Where should we take it
Dirt's
from?
the
Let's
dirt's
let's
good,
do the
Mike.
chorus.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get the chorus part, and then when you say we're gonna change it up, just say that again, and then we'll go into
Is that intended to be like a break there?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, you're with me everywhere. You're with me everywhere I go. I see you in the snow. Just thought I'd let you know before you're calling it a day. One more thing before you leave. It's your last line. A slow suicide. There's so much left to life. Stop getting in your way. Alright, but then alright, hold on.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah, but then there's a little like walk down. Wait, no.
Yeah, and that's solo territory for sure. Like
Yeah, that's
entering
where
into that.
that's where you shred, Zach. I know you've been waiting for it.
It's just a little harder to connect with capos. That's all.
Do you need a capo?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I accept a challenge. It's a little awkward sometimes.
Yeah, I should get a capo for my bass.
Is that a thing?
I'm sure you could do it for a bass if you wanted to.
Yeah, all capos are the same, even for 12 strings. Yeah, the capo's a capo, it works. Heck, I was like looking up capos for like banjos, and they're like, just use a regular capo. I was like, oh, okay.
I just don't know if I've ever seen a bassist actually using a capo.
Usually bass. So, like usually capos are for helping guitar players pick different shapes. But
Yeah.
since when you're like playing bass, you're usually playing just one note. So like you just kind of figure out. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at where your capo is, and I'm just adjusting my hand position based on like the pattern of a major scale.
Yeah, as long as I just bar over 3.
In Zach's case, he's he has like to play chords because he's playing multiple chords. A capo would benefit him, but he said he'd accept the challenge. So
Yeah, I can just keep it more the low range.
yeah, bar chords work without a capo really easily. All right, you ready for this?
told you so. Rewrite the words I wrote. I'm gonna turn this night to day and say, I guess I'll give you one more time. I love you, don't you mind? Such you out my whole life, and I'm not going out this way.
Oh yeah, that's the walk down thing. Hold up. I couldn't do it. I wasn't ready. I forgot. I was so in the moment. Oh, that is so cool.
I don't know how to break down actually, like really fucking.
Like
sorry.
don't. Well, that a lot
No,
of.
tightening up like parts. Like, all right, guys, reel it in. This is what we have to do for this
Right.
part. I'm just playing through.
Hey Ashley,
Yes.
could you throw me a water, or roll me a water,
Yes.
or maybe bring me a water? One of those things. I think I'm a good catch, but. Thanks, Emmy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's that one.
I want to do that again from the beginning, even if
Okay.
you don't have the lyrics, but like go through it again, and then let's work on some of that pulling back, what you did well, by the way. You and do some more of that pullback, and then also now that I have an understanding of like more of my bass, I want to play it again just for that reason, just so
Okay.
I can play it.
Yeah. So that part we'll play through twice before vocals will come in, once there are vocals. Vocals. I don't know, just like transition to
So
the
something
chorus
that was
there.
always difficult about that transition is it felt
Yeah.
very jarring, and I wonder if there's a way to smooth that out.
I think I've got it figured out, but we need to run it.
Let's do it again from the beginning.
If it doesn't work, then yeah, definitely open to ideas.
Okay, let's keep going and see if it doesn't work, because I'm not convinced yet it doesn't work. So that's where the change is.
Okay, so I was just counting how many it was
Nice,
that
yeah.
time, so
How
I could
many was
figure
it, by
out.
the way? Did you? Was it 8?
Yeah, it's well, it's an even number is what I was needing to know.
Okay. It might be 16 too. I don't know. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
because I don't know what the time base.
But
is.
you were feeling it, like basically.
Yeah, I just need to know what a loop is and how many there are of them.
Hey, do me a favor one more time. Play your second chord. I don't like that. Do your second one again. It works right now, kind of. Do you think I should enforce a different route? I feel like I should.
That's the chord it should be if it was something
Just wondering, what is it? What is it?
It's the 5 technically, but it's like inverted on the 3rd. So whatever key we're in, which I'm not gonna do the math right now. Anyway, let's do it again. I think I have a better option now. All right, I'm ready.
This is where lyrics would come in, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Katie, when can I take a look at the lyrics that you have written already?
I mean, I'm singing them right now.
Singing them. It's different than looking at them.
I'll bring you a copy
Hell yeah.
next time we hang out.
Hell yeah.
The sun turns to snow. I've given all my hope. I can't see the light of day. So sad. I think I'll write you my last rhyme. Get on a one-way flight. I've watched you my whole life. I don't see any other way.
So is this where verse 2 would be?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have it. I'm just really insecure about singing and playing that part and being on camera right now.
That's fine.
But you've been doing so great up until this point. So, well, and you continue to do good. I'm not saying you're off now. But I'm just
You're
saying.
terrible now. No.
All right, I'll try. Let's start that verse over.
Besides, when you really get into it and you are able to pull weight, it sounds so good. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's just like, you know, yeah. Even Emmy agrees. I looked over, so we're good. We want to hear you belt it.
It's the girl I wish I could forget. How my heart won't match what's in my head. Fucking got lost. I'm sorry. I'm falling apart over here.
It's
all
all right.
good.
You wanna move past it? Want to do something else for a while?
See,
We
that's-
can maybe take a break
This
from
is
that
exactly
one.
this is
Yeah.
exactly why I like, because like when I'm hanging out, you guys always like find these weird chords because I don't have a cable on there.
Yeah, sounds like a major 7 possibly, which I'm a fan of.
I'm gonna maybe like work on one more that I'm a little more comfortable with,
Okay.
and then I can like let you guys jam for a bit or something.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, where are we at on time?
We are at 43 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
got time for working on
Yeah,
another
let's
one. and
play
then-
another one.
Jam out like a different one.
Yeah, let's
what
do
one
it.
do you guys want to do?
Oh, we could do any of them.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I like.
What about San Francisco?
Ooh,
Good.
Sorry.
Fuck with San Francisco.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling
I
that.
just
John
really,
Drummond.
really want to hear
Oh.
that.
Yeah, we can do it. I'm
Do
into
it.
it. I love that song.
Dude, remember the one time I played on the 7-string with that song? God, that was great. That was in the basement.
Do it, man. Do whatever you want. I could almost just not even have to play that one if you guys are like backing. But
Yeah, but I just need a little reminder on
No, I know.
what we're at.
Yes.
I think I'm in the right key, but if I'm not, I can slide around. See, I feel like it was B flat was the first note, so that would put
Yeah,
us right.
This preset is a lot better, isn't it, John?
That's it. Okay.
That other preset I had is a little too bright for our setting here. Hey John, what is your thought on running Spitif here?
We don't run digital here. Everything's analog inputs.
You don't have any Spitif?
That's not what our setup is. We just set up everything to be like we have an input plot with all of our like we know what all the inputs are, and they're all like
No,